So I was doing my live stream on Tuesday and we got some big news. So we wanted to make a video on this and do a live reaction to this, guys. This seems pretty ridiculous and I already have some immediate thoughts on it. Let me just refresh it. But yeah, this is kind of crazy, to be honest. I never would have expected something like this. Shadowlands Season 4 coming later this year. Blizzard has announced that Shadowlands Season 4 will start later this year, which includes a new Mythic Plus dungeon pool. We'll read that in a second. All 3 Shadowlands raids being relevant with a new affix. Oh boy. Okay, now that Season 3 is well underway and players are pursuing all of the seasonal aspects of Mythic Plus and competitive PvP, we'd like you to join us in considering what might come afterwards. Later this year, after the current season has run for a typical duration, we're planning to conclude Season 3 and begin Season 4, a fresh take on what a season of WoW might include. In Season 4, your PvP efforts will be rewarded with a higher tier of PvP gear, along with other season rewards. Wow, that sounds revolutionary. We're planning for the highest ranking title to be Eternal Gladiator, a fitting capstone for your Shadowlands PvP accomplishments. We're excited to announce that we're going to shake things up in Mythic Plus and raiding in Season 4, so where it actually matters. We'd like to change up the Mythic Plus dungeon pool so that it would include 8 dungeons that span the last 4 expansions of WoW. Oh, wait, they're gonna get rid of dungeons? Oh, I thought they were adding these. So everybody's been telling me about this in chat and spoiling it for me, to be honest. But I thought they were adding these. So this is very interesting. So these are the only dungeons that are going to be present? That's interesting. Streets of Wonder, Soli's Gambit, the double Junkyard, the double Mechagon one, and the double Karazhan one, and 2 dungeons from WoD. Now that's awful. Let's not do that part. But yeah, no, I mean, I guess that's good. As long as it's not Grimrail Depot. Please, please, please do not do Grimrail Depot. My least favorite dungeon ever. But to be fair, a lot of that was because of how it worked back in challenge mode. So I don't think it's going to work that way in Mythic Plus. Anyway, to that end, we've started a community poll where you'll help us decide which 2 Draenor dungeons are included. Oh, wow, that's cool. You can click here to vote and select 2 dungeons from among all of those dungeons. Okay. Okay, we definitely want Skyreach and Everbloom. I'm gonna vote. Anyway, for Season 4 rating, we're imagining adding a progenitor-themed affix to infuse some new mechanical twists into Castle Nathria, Sanctum of Domination, and Sepulchre, the first ones. Our intention here would be to make all 3 raids relevant in Season 4, with increased difficulty and more powerful levels of raid loot dropping through all of them. That's it. They don't have any actual explanation of what that is. Honestly, as if it replaces the old difficulty, I mean, my question is, how do you actually make this happen? If it replaces the old difficulty, then no, this is an awful idea. It's just going to make soloing it like a nightmare years from now. But if it's a new difficulty, I think that'd be cool. Like, I don't know. I'm not really sure. So that doesn't interest me, to be honest, because I'm sure it's going to be, hopefully it won't be Mythic only. Like, I don't know if it requires 20 players. You know, obviously I'm not rating Mythic anymore, but let's see what some of the comments are. A lot of people are happy. Yeah, it's not April Fool's. A lot of people seem to be very happy. So comments in chat as well. It seems like a lot of people are happy about that as well in my chat and stuff. So, but where can we take this poll? I definitely want to do this. So my first thoughts on this are that it's really going to be a long season, isn't it? A long expansion before the next, or a long time before the next expansion comes out. We are supposed to learn about that in like 4 weeks or something like that. But, you know, I imagine we have a very long time before that comes out. So that's probably why they're doing something like this. But, okay, so I don't know. To be honest, the only one that really sucks is Grimrail Depot. Iron Docks is quite fun too, but honestly, I don't think I would enjoy it anymore now that they got rid of the Blood Decay. The tech that used to be able to do crazy stuff in there is Blood Decay. I think the most fun one was definitely Everbloom, so I'm going to definitely pick that one. And Skyreach was really cool too, but again, maybe that one's just hard. So let's just actually go with Shadowmoon Burial Ground. I don't know. The last I could pick any of the other ones besides Grimrail Depot. Hopefully nobody picks Grimrail Depot. That would be very bad. Let's just pick Iron Docks because I think people would enjoy it. Are you kidding me? 53% of the vote picked Grimrail Depot? Oh no, this is going to be awful. Yeah, so my main concern here is that, first of all, if this is literally the only 8 dungeons that are present, it's going to be hard. Don't you think that's going to be hard? Like, when was the last time you guys did Karazhan, right? I don't even remember it. Like, and the WoD ones too. Like I don't. The big problem I had with Legion time walking as well was like nobody knows these dungeons. I don't want to relearn dungeons in the middle of an expansion. And so I don't know why you would do this. Like, what happens to the loot? There's just not enough info here. It feels like a super, like a teaser, to be honest. And I'm not a big fan of that, honestly. I wish they had a little bit more info here. But yeah, at first glance, it makes me really think that this is going to be a very long, like we have at least a year probably like next spring is when the expansion comes out. Maybe even longer than that at this point. And so they wanted to try something new. Kudos to them. We'll see how it works out. I'll obviously be covering this when we know more about it. And I just hope that things will be balanced and fun and not overly difficult and not annoying. Because honestly, this does not sound very interesting to me right out of the gate. Literally, this sounds awful to me, actually. Like, the question is just like, what happens with loot, I guess. Like, because if I have to do, lower Karazhan, and that's my key, and nobody knows how to do it, and there's literally no way to learn how to do it. It's like, that was my big issue with the Legion time walking, was that there was just just nobody seemed to care. Like, nobody wanted to learn it. So after 2 years of Shadowlands, we're now going to be doing dungeons that nobody knows how to do. Doesn't necessarily interest me that much. We just kind of went through that with the Tazavesh dungeons, and honestly, that was not very fun. Even though I think those dungeons are pretty easy, it's been frustrating because people just don't know the basics of them. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm interested. It's certainly original, and there's obviously a lot of info still to come. So hopefully they'll make good choices. So thank you for watching. As long as Grimwheel Depot doesn't come in, we'll be happy, I guess. But we'll continue to follow this up in probably the coming weeks and definitely months. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.